He says he agrees with Trump on most policy.
No.
He agrees with Trump on most policy. He disagrees with Trump on how Trump views his role.
My biggest problem with Trump is that his message to the right, especially the white working class of which I came from, is anti-conservative.
The reason these guys go after him so vociferously, I don't think that it's about his personality, Jake. I think that it's about they don't like that Donald Trump said no.
If he has such a strong platform, why make false claims?
Well, Morgan, I think the media is running interference on a lot of this stuff.
Breaking. JD Vance just set a new world record for the fastest self-destruction on live TV. When asked to defend Trump's latest scandal, Vance made up a lie so ridiculous that even Fox News would be embarrassed to air it.
Far left people who commit acts of violence, who riot. And
now you're doing a very narrow definition of what he said, which is not what he said. That's not what he said. But let me ask you.
In the next 8 minutes, I'll show you exactly how the host methodically exposed every single falsehood while Vance dug himself deeper and deeper. Trump's reaction afterward? Let's just say there were broken TVs and ketchup on the walls at Mar-a-Lago.
His worldview. And I know the people who have attacked Donald Trump the most vociferously on foreign policy, they'll say, well, he's a dictator.
Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Let's talk about the aftermath of that VP debate, folks, because it wasn't just the actual showdown that was painful to watch. It's what happened next that's truly fascinating. While Team Trump was quick to pat JD Vance on the back for his performance, others weren't quite buying what he was selling.
You know, I've lost track, sir. I've been told the media's on every single side of this and everything's our fault. But let's get back to the candidate you're here to talk about.
John Oliver, who happens to film in the exact same studio where the debate took place, had some choice words about Vance's performance. In typical Oliver fashion, he basically told everyone obsessing over how civil the debate was to wake up and smell the reality. He pointed out something pretty obvious that many missed. They were literally discussing mass deportations and whether women should control their own bodies, but hey, at least they were polite about it. Oliver compared it to getting a ransom note and being impressed by the penmanship. Who cares if the note is threatening your family when the handwriting is so neat, right? And Oliver didn't stop there. He took special aim at what Vance did right after the debate, which tells you everything you need to know about the guy.
He says he agrees with Trump on most policy.
No.
He agrees with Trump on most policy. He disagrees with Trump on how Trump views his role.
While most candidates might hit up mainstream media or talk to regular voters, Vance decided to join something called the Courage Tour, hosted by Lance Wallnau, a far-right Christian nationalist who's made some pretty wild claims. This is the same dude who's running around saying Kamala Harris uses witchcraft and has an occult spirit operating on her and through her. Not exactly the company you keep if you're trying to appear moderate and reasonable to the American public.
The military against going American people.
And you're asking his vice president, but you won't let me answer the question. I'm telling you that Donald Trump has said, and I agree with him.
My biggest problem with Trump is that his message to the right, especially the white working class of which I came from, is anti-conservative.
Meanwhile, House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries wasn't pulling any punches either. He called Trump's response to the debate one of the most divisive presidential addresses in American history. According to Jeffries, Trump completely missed the opportunity to unite the country or address real economic problems facing everyday Americans.
Fox asked him about this last week, and he didn't take issue with it. He said the enemy within is the biggest threat to this country.
But did he say the enemy within?
Instead, Trump was busy promoting a budget that would slash Medicaid. You know, that thing millions of Americans rely on for healthcare. But who needs healthcare when you can have more tax cuts for billionaires, am I right? What's truly hilarious about all this is how differently Trump's team reacted to Vance's debate compared to Trump's own debate with Kamala Harris.
They have a fundamental difference with Donald Trump on the question of peace and war. I believe Donald Trump is the candidate of peace. I think the record supports that.
After Vance, they were practically popping champagne bottles and giving each other high fives. But after Trump's debate, those same advisors looked like they'd just watched their retirement accounts vanish. The double standard is almost impressive. Apparently, defending Trump is the only metric that matters. Not whether you're actually making sense or telling the truth. The contrast couldn't be clearer. While Vance was busy cozying up to the far-right fringe after his debate, he was simultaneously being called out by mainstream commentators for the substance of what he actually said. It's like he's living in two different Americas. One where hanging out with people who believe in political witchcraft is normal, and another where the rest of us are wondering what planet he's on. What's particularly telling is that Trump's team was so quick to celebrate Vance's performance. When your bar for success is, did he defend Trump well enough? Rather than, did he tell the truth or make good points?
The reason these guys go after him so vociferously, I don't think that it's about his personality, Jake. I think that it's about they don't like that Donald Trump said no.
In some ways, anti-American. It's fundamentally that the deck is so stacked against you that unless I'm the president, nothing that you do will change your life's outcomes.
You know your priorities are completely backward. It's politics as team sports, where scoring points for your side matters more than the actual substance of what you're saying. Even Trump supporters in the audience seemed to sense something was off. There's nothing quite like watching someone in a MAGA hat wince when their own guy starts saying things that are obviously untrue. It's that awkward moment when partisan loyalty crashes headfirst into obvious reality, and for a brief second, you can see the cognitive dissonance playing out in real time. All of this chaos makes one thing crystal clear: the Trump campaign is perfectly fine with their surrogates saying literally anything to defend their candidate, even if it means aligning with the farthest of far-right figures.
If he has such a strong platform, why make false claims?
Well, Morgan, I think the media is running interference on a lot of this stuff.
And I think that there's a big thing going on in American politics. It's a very interesting theme in American foreign policy.
There's no line they won't cross, no conspiracy theory too outlandish to embrace if it serves their purpose. For them, the truth is whatever they need it to be in the moment, regardless of facts, evidence, or reality. So there you have it, folks. JD Vance tried playing Trump's brave defender, but ended up looking like the village idiot instead. Even John Oliver nailed it when he said, "For all the talk this week about his civility at the debate, let's not forget."
What specifically are you talking about? What has he said?
Is your argument that a person who lost his son in Afghanistan can't be wrong about public policy?
I'm asking.
Deep down, he's the same colossal dipshit who spews right-wing hate with distressing ease and continues to defend the big lie that the last election was stolen. Remember, when defending a lie, maybe don't pile on more lies that anyone with a smartphone can debunk instantly. Trump's loyal sidekick crashed and burned spectacularly.
To go after Americans. That's what he said.
Donald Trump never said Americans writ large. You keep on putting words in his mouth.
Enjoyed this political dumpster fire? Smash that subscribe button for more videos of politicians saying stupid things.